Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and what a good day to be a Washington Commanders fan. So we all saw the report by Forbes earlier today saying Dan Snyder has retained Bank of America's securities to possibly sell the Washington Commanders. We don't know for sure whether it's the entire franchise or if it's, for minority shares, but this is very encouraging. So I'm going to break everything down in this video, so stay tuned for all that. If you guys are new, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So this is the first time since Dan Snyder has owned the team that I've thought that there's a legitimate chance that he will sell the team. Who knows? I'm not going to get my hopes up too much because the amount of things that Dan Snyder has survived without getting kicked out is just absolutely insane. Every week, every 2 weeks, every day, there's a new report about, there's something new with Dan Snyder. Whether it's new allegation, more drama, him suing other people, him, digging up dirt on other owners, the commissioner. There's just so many things, and nothing's happened. But these reports are very, very encouraging, and I really think, there's over a 50% chance that he's gone. And that might be low for people, but again, just everything he's survived, I wouldn't put it past him to just, get some more minority owners instead of, just getting a new owner, like a new majority owner. So we'll see what happens, but this is very, very encouraging. So like I read earlier, Forbes originally put out the tweet, Dan Snyder's retained Bank of America's securities to sell the Washington Commanders. But then if you look at the article, there's a section that said could be a minority part of the team for owners. So there's still some question whether he's selling the whole team or just a minority, a small part of it. And you look at the statement here. This is what's kind of started to get me a little bit excited about it possibly being true. So this is a statement from the Washington Commanders saying, Dan and Tanya Snyder and the Washington Commanders announced today that they have hired Bank of America Securities to consider potential transactions. The Snyders remain committed to the team, all of its employees, and its countless fans to putting the best product on the field and continuing the work to set the gold standard for workplace in the NFL. The last part, I don't care, but the first part is the real thing. And what I thought was maybe going to happen is they saw the report originally come out and they're going to be like, no, we are not selling a team, blah, blah, blah. We're just selling a small portion of it. But they didn't refute that at all. They did not refute that at all. And, Schefter saying they explore this, the sale of their franchise says nothing about a minority stake. So that is huge. That is absolutely huge right there. And then everyone got this text, all the reporters. And this, Ian Rappaport says, is owner Dan Snyder considering to sell the entire franchise or just a piece? We are exploring all options, a Commander spokesperson told Ian Rappaport. That is huge. That is huge because if they were steadfast on just getting a new small owner, they would have said that. They would have said, no, we're not selling this team at all. But them saying we are exploring all options is absolutely huge for the potential for Dan Snyder to be out. And the Forbes evaluation, I think in August, had the Commanders at $5.6 billion, which is a lot of money. It's hard to pass that up if you're Dan Snyder, considering the amount of stress that goes into being an owner, especially him. Other owners it's stressful, but for Dan Snyder, the amount of things he's going through right now because of being an owner, like a lot of this stuff that he's gone through the last few years is self-inflicted. Of course, it's all his fault, but it's because of what he's done as an owner of the Redskins football team and Commanders. So that's just he might just be done with it. He knows everyone hates him. People don't necessarily hate Tanya Snyder, but they hate her because of Dan Snyder, and they don't want her as the owner because they know if she's the owner, that means Dan Snyder's pretty much the owner at the same time. So he might just be like, okay, we'll take the $5 billion, the $6 billion. That's a crazy amount, but we'll take the $5 or $6 billion from whoever wants to buy it, and we'll just move on with our life without. I mean, they're still gonna get hate, but not nearly as much as they're getting now. Which he's probably the most hated man in DC, or one of the most hated mans or people in DC. Maybe if you, people don't like him. People do not like Dan Snyder at all, and it's not just people in the DMV area. It's people all over the country, owners and everyone. So And then let's see. So this is what Schefter said today. It's hard to imagine you go down this road, embark on it, and not go through with it, Schefter said. Snyder has enough money and doesn't need minority partners. So, again, and he also, I'll pull up the tweet a little bit later, or actually I'll just pull it up now from my Twitter. If you're not following, go ahead and follow it. But Adam Schefter on First Take, if he is selling the entire franchise, we don't know that for sure, but that is the presumption. So, again, it's more likely than not that he's selling the entire franchise rather than a small portion of it. And again, if that happens, like, people are saying this is the best day in, the last 30 years or, of their entire fandom. For me, it's not. Until we sell the team. Until it is official, or it's like Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter said, Dan Snyder is going to sell the team. They're just waiting for people to make offers on the team. That's when I'll be like, okay, this is the happiest day of my fandom. But until then, I'm not gonna put it in stone. We don't know yet for sure. We still gotta wait. He survived so many things in the past, and again, this will be amazing. This will be the happiest day of my life. But the thing that was crazy to me, the ultimate goal is winning Super Bowl, and people were saying that they rather Dan Snyder be out than win 2 Super Bowls. For me, I'm sorry, as much as I absolutely despise Daniel Snyder, I'd rather win 2 Super Bowls, because you look at the amount of teams in the NFL have not won a Super Bowl. Just because we get a new owner does not guarantee we're winning a Super Bowl. Because we get Jeff Bezos as our owner, or whoever as our owner, does not mean we're gonna win 14 games every year. Obviously, it's much better if we have a new owner, just way less drama, way less intervention, letting the football people do the football things, and it's just going to be better overall in the long run. But right now, we still have the same team. So if you give me 2 Super Bowls or keep Daniel Snyder here, as much as I hate Daniel Snyder, when we have won in the last 23 years, people have still been super hyped. People were super hyped during that RG3 year. So if he had something similar like that with Daniel Snyder here, people would still be super happy about a Super Bowl win. But it's not going to happen. We're not winning Super Bowl with Daniel Snyder. At least I don't think so. So we'll see if we can do it with, hopefully, a new owner. And let's see, Ben Stanek said, any potential transaction would have to be presented to the NFL Finance Committee for review and require an affirmative vote by 3/4 of the full membership, 24 of 32 teams. And I think they would all approve of the sale. And this time, because if you think about it, if you're like Jim Irsay, if they were kicking him out of the league, that's already 1 vote, Dan Snyder voting against it. But now, if he's trying to sell the team, he's going to vote for it. So it would definitely, they would just have to get 23 more votes after that. And then potential, let me go to JP Finley, because I know he had this on his Twitter about potential new buyers. Well, the people saying Elon Musk, some other guys, Jeff Bezos. I'm trying to pull up the list right here. Ted Lerner, Steve Ballmer, the Field, and I think the Field isn't a specific person. I'm sure you guys all know that, but and then I saw Rock Nation was a possible option as well. We'll see. I mean, I know a lot of people hate Jeff Bezos. They don't want him as an owner. Honestly, I would not mind it at all, because he knows how to run a business. He's not gonna really intervene that much, and he's gonna let the football people do what the football people need to do, and He's extremely rich. He would probably, first off, finance the whole stadium himself. Probably not make, any of the, depending on where it is, Virginia, DC, or Maryland, probably not make any of those citizens pay any taxes. And he would probably put up a bunch of money for a stadium. We would probably have an elite stadium, maybe one of the best stadiums in the NFL. I mean, probably the best. If he's financing it, he might spend like $10 billion on it, or $10 billion on it, and make it the best stadium in the world. He has so much money. He has so many things, but he doesn't have a sports franchise. And if one comes to market in DC, which is close to where Amazon is in Arlington, so that would definitely be something that I think he would consider, and I wouldn't mind it at all. Again, I know people don't like it. I know people don't like Jeff Bezos at all, but I would not mind him as an owner, for sure. And yeah, so I mean, guys, this is huge news. I'm gonna keep giving you guys updates. If it's some super small things happen, I won't. But if anything major happens with Adam Schefter saying blah blah blah, Snyder selling, or anything like that, I will make a video. And if it's official, I'm streaming for a few hours, because that's gonna be the best day of my Commanders fandom for sure. Because I really, when they won the playoff, their last playoff game, I was like 2 or 3 years old. Like I wasn't able to watch it, so nothing great has happened since I've been a fan of this team. So this would be the best thing by far. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and man, I'm really hoping that Dan Snyder is gone soon. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.